Well, went well. It's on point with Wandel and Stokes right here on News and Talk 1380 WAOK. I want to welcome author and community activist Julius P. Hall. Hi, how are you doing today?
I am fine. How about you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. Glad to have you share with us today. Certainly to talk about your new release, Crossing the Line, the Julius Hall story and the journey. Talk to us about your story.
Well, it's my autobiography, to Crossing the Line. I was a police officer in Savannah, Georgia, back in the late 80s, early 90s. And I ran into a bit of trouble. And the book tells the story of how it all started. And matter of fact, I'm writing book 2 starting in a couple of days. I'll start writing part 2 to the story because it was too long to put in one book. So book 2 starts in a couple of days. And The Journey, that's my book of poetry. I've been writing poetry since I was in the 8th grade.
Wow. So you've been at it for a moment. So overall, how did you said you got into a little bit of trouble. And how, well, not a little bit, maybe a larger bit of trouble, but just give us an overall of how you were able to navigate, from the trouble to get to where you are now.
Well, it just took faith, a whole lot of faith, and having the support system behind you to understand that it's not over until God says it's over. I got into that trouble. If you read the book, I want everybody to get the book. Make sure you read the book. It's compelling, I think. But what happened when I went to prison, I realized that I would come home one day, even though they say I wouldn't. My mom always told me, "You coming home."
Mm-hmm.
She was just that you always have that Christian person in your family that gives you that rock solid faith that you can believe in. And so I knew I was coming home, and so I just had to get out of there. So I stayed in there 21 and a half years. And I just had to navigate through the whole system from the higher security prison out in Long Park, California, all the way to the camp in Atlanta. My last 7 years were right there in Atlanta at the prison camp in Atlanta. But it was hard. Several times I could have lost my life. And I made it on through, because I know that God had a plan for my life.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, embarking upon a career in law enforcement after high school, and then unknowingly, becoming involved in an illegal family drug operation, which resulted in the life sentence in 1991. But against all of those odds, what do you share to adults and young adults even today about getting involved and peers and associations, having the bad company, bad circle around you?
Well, and that's it. It's the choices that we make. It's the choices that we make in our life. If you make the right choices, you can probably get by and live a productive life. If not, then you're going to go down the wrong roads. You can go from that school to prison pipeline. And that's what I mentor about 14 kids now, about 10 boys and about 4 girls. And I try to make sure that I give them hard love, not just soft love, because these kids today are out of control. And they don't respect their parents, but they respect me for some reason. I don't know why. But it's just the decisions that you make in your life that lands you in places that you don't want to be. So and that's what I try to instill in these kids, that somebody's there to help them. Somebody's there to give them that support when their father isn't there or when their mother isn't there. I give them, I don't work them without paying them either. I let them see that their work has a reward so that they'll know that
Awesome.
hard work pays off.
Awesome, awesome. Well, well, of course, you've got both of these releases out, of course, as a poet and as a community activist, and it's your journey and your story. Where can people go to get your book and to follow you?
They can go to, excuse me, I'm getting over this cold. They can go to www.atrmediagroup.com and they can follow us on everything. Besides the two books and the third book that I'm starting to write next week after my birthday is on the 9th. I'll start writing them on the 10th. We also have magazines, Our Black Media. We have Hello Savannah, Hello Atlanta, Hello Jacksonville, Hello Africa, and soon in the next few months we'll have Hello Charlotte. We just started Hello Atlanta about 2 months ago, so you'll see that. It's all digital, so you'll be able to read any of our magazines. In February, there will be a subscription price, so I would tell everybody to go on now so they can see all the content that we put in it. And I'm sure that they'll enjoy all the reading,
Awesome.
all the
Wow,
research.
that's great. That is great. Yeah, you're constantly putting out information and literature for people to read. Congratulations on your success as an author and actually your work in the community as well. Keep doing what you're doing. And, you made it through those rough times. Yeah. Thanks a lot for sharing with us. We appreciate you. Stay healthy, stay connected, stay on point. That's On Point with Wandel and Stokes with guest author Julius P. Hall. His story. Check it out.